good evening. Welcome to You Know The Score. It's your host, your boy Shingy. And now, after a dominant display by the English clubs in Europe last week, the Premier League came to a close this past weekend. And here to round things off with me is my boy Eric. Thanks for joining me this week.
Yeah, man.
Know what I mean? My boy Ore, he's back on the sofa.
I'm back, man. I'm back.
Back
man.
on the sofa. Two Arsenal fans and a United fan. Unfortunately, Toby couldn't be here today. I mean, I wanted to get onto him about Liverpool's misfortunes this season and not winning in the Premier League.
I
But
like the Tobes.
yeah, unfortunately, Man City won the league. And they had a fantastic campaign. What did you make of it?
I loved it. I supported Man City for that day.
I think the whole nation did. I think the whole nation did. I think the whole nation did.
I see Liverpool go 1-0 up. I was a bit scared. Like, if Brighton ever done a mad thing.
Yeah. I was thinking it was going to be one of them.
Yeah, like I thought it was gonna be. I thought like if Brighton ever done this, it would be go down in history. But we all knew City was never gonna let that one slide.
It was done. I mean, what did you make of Man City's campaign?
The whole campaign, like, you got really Liverpool had it in the bag. From December, they had it in the bag. They were like 20 points ahead.
Yeah, it wasn't that much, but
it
they
was
were
in and around that, right?
Yeah.
They sort of let it slip, and I knew sort of City from previous campaigns. They are consistent. That's what's brought them to where they are now. Consistent contenders for the league, and
Yeah.
like I'm a big City fan for their football.
Oh, yeah. Okay, fair
their
enough.
football.
Yeah. For
Same.
the football, yeah.
You know, I love Sterling, Kevin De Bruyne. I think they're absolutely fantastic. But they had to win the league anyway. They had to win the league.
I feel like a lot of Arsenal fans, slightly like Man City. I feel like they're like they're like on our side a bit.
Yeah.
Almost.
In what respect?
Like we're not really threatened by.
Because I know what the real reason. I know what he's going to say.
Go on.
The real reason is we don't know any Man City fans.
It's true.
So we're safe.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Absolutely safe.
Yeah. I think
So they go to
They're
this.
better than United now, and it will be in the next 10 years anyway.
Sorry?
There's no sorry, mate.
Sorry?
That's why we love them.
That's already 11, but exactly.
Because you can't do the hard work yourselves.
Fam, we get City to do it. We get City to do our work for us.
Fair enough.
City win the league for us.
I'm not too sure about being better than us for the next 10 years, but at this moment in time, they're the best in the Premier League at this moment in time.
He's on camera that you said that, right? So
Yeah, no, he's on camera. In the next couple of years, we'll see that. But I mean, what I feel is that obviously Liverpool, they came close. They done all they could. They got 97 points. And
Still a lot, man.
They wasn't able to obviously attain the Premier League title. I mean, there was a footage of the City fans singing "It Happened." And again, I think we've got it. We've got the VT. We've got the VT that will come up shortly. That the Man City fans were singing at Brighton. I think we can get it up right now, actually. And that's the third time, that Liverpool have obviously been. I think they've been trying to win the Premier League in the last 10 years, and they've kind of bottled it.
The famous, not Suarez. I said Suarez. The famous Steven Gerrard
Slippy G.
That's
Slippy G.
that's
They came close, obviously, when they were challenging us for the Premier League title in 2009, when they had Xabi Alonso, Mascherano,
Xabi
Fernando
Alonso, what a
Torres.
talent.
They beat us 4-1 at Old Trafford, and they thought, they was going to go on and win it. And unfortunately, unfortunately for them, they didn't win the league.
It's like they're not meant to win the league.
It's
like they're meant to win the Champions League.
Win the Champions League, yeah, that's it. Yeah, I don't think for me, I think also like the team that year when they had Xabi Alonso, Suarez, that team for me is stronger than the current Liverpool squad that we have now.
Oh, in terms of personnel, yeah, I agree.
It's definitely, and they should have.
Do you guys think though?
Oh, I do, man.
I swear they had Skirtle and.
He was a good defender, He was a good defender.
But
You're looking at, they got Matip, and
Those are the times they had
he starts,
Lucas.
Yeah, no, Lucas was. Oh, actually, Lucas.
No,
was,
Yeah, it's
No. Lucas was a young.
he
He was a reserve player those times. I think. No, to be fair, no, that probably might have been a better Liverpool side.
but you know,
They had Javi Alonso, Fernando. And,
what I will say is that
Stevie.
obviously Liverpool, they were in pole position in December. Shortly, we're going to get to. We're going to get to when they were, on top of the league. But, they were in control. But Man City, they went on a 14-game unbeaten run. Do you know what I mean? All wins. All wins after they lost to Newcastle. All wins. And, I feel that obviously Pep Guardiola, he's instilled like a winning mentality in this club.
He has.
In their club. Do you know what I mean?
And I think that's the biggest thing he's instilled as well. Like, a lot of people talk about the football, and we love the football. But after watching that documentary, I know everyone watched that little Amazon Prime thing.
I didn't watch it.
Like,
I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
seeing how he operates, it's like he disciplines them for a winning mentality. It's almost like he accepts that or nothing else. Like, if you don't have that mentality, you're not even gonna. I even think that's one of the reasons why. I heard that him and Sani having problems or whatever, but I think that's one of the reasons. Like, I feel like he just doesn't like his mentality. I don't think he's playing bad or anything. I just think he wants him to focus a lot more. I think the mentality he's brought is improved the English squad because Kyle Walker, Stones, and Sterling, they've bumped. So I feel like he's been monumental slightly.
He has, and it's funny you say. Well, it's not funny, but I'm glad you mentioned Sane because Bernardo Silva. Right?
Wow.
I mean, last season you would have thought that the starters would be Sterling and Sane, or Sterling and Mahrez, but this guy Bernardo Silva, like the guy doesn't stop running.
And he's got technique.
He doesn't stop running, and
His passing capabilities is mad as well.
Everything.
it's
It's
just.
just got everything.
He's got that je ne sais quoi in it, that vavoom. I mean, he's a fantastic player, and because I think it was a game against Leicester where I was watching Sane. He brought him on, and Pep Guardiola was going mad. He was going absolutely mental at Sane, and it brings me back to your point that Pep Guardiola, he doesn't take people underperforming.
He doesn't.
Do you know what I mean? He's giving players in that team a mentality where they need to perform every game. Do you know what I mean? Because you see him on the touchline, he's animated, absolutely animated, animated. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely animated.
Him in his grey hoodies, boy.
Yeah, I know. Them dead hoodies, innit? Them
Shoes.
them.
You see them shoes there?
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
What would you say Man City's most important win this season was? In the second half of the season.
Obviously, it's got to be, for me, was it Burnley?
Oh, millimeters. Yeah. It was millimeters.
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot about that.
How about the game against United?
That was important, but
I don't think.
we knew it was gonna happen.
It was inevitable anyway. I don't think it was the tipping scale.
There was one match though. That was an important.
Burnley, there was Leicester.
The Burnley game, the Leicester game.
Where Company scored, hit that,
Oh my God, yeah.
fantastic strike.
I was even surprised they beat Palace second time. Palace was moving like their little
Oh yeah, they
bogey
were.
team.
Yeah, they actually were.
When Townsend licked that scream against them earlier.
Now, off air, Eric, you said that Liverpool deserve a trophy.
Which they will get.
Yeah. May I ask why?
Which they should. I think.
Well, may I ask why?
Well, they should.
I know they attained 97 points. We've got this graphic here actually coming up anyway, where they attained.
We got a lot of
points. That was Liverpool's parade. Yeah. We got.
That's
the
rude.
pressure award. The pressure award, like which.
They got a lot of points and they had their parade.
Pressure award. Yeah, I think they should have won that.
But I said the
But
pressure award.
I think definitely for their efforts this season, and I think for me as a neutral, just as a neutral, I think Liverpool were definitely the best losers we've had in a while.
What do you get for being the best loser?
Well, if you get a Champions League trophy,
Exactly. Yeah, I think that's not.
No, but I'm talking about the Premier League. This is not about the Champions League.
I know, but they're not. If Liverpool win the Champions League, then they're not going to talk about the Premier League until it starts again.
No, but that's the one they want, though.
That's what they want. But you think their heart won't be content with a champ? Bro, I think Champions League
Champions League's
is
Liverpool. That is it.
that might be a cut above.
That's Tottenham's title. The Champions League is going to be Tottenham's title this season.
I know,
It
God.
is. Yeah, you guys as
my
Arsenal
heart.
fans are obviously going to say that, but that's going to be
Give me
Tottenham's
a
title this
see-through
season.
heart as well. If they do that, I'm coming with a green.
Clem knows in the back. Clem knows in the back it's going to be Tottenham's title. We all know it's Tottenham's title.
Nah, it's not
gotta be
Tottenham's title.
It's going to be Tottenham's title. But yeah, no, if they've won the Champions League, what the trophy that they wanted was the Premier League title, and they had one loss. Yeah, the whole season.
Tottenham
You
just
can
won a
tell that to
trophy.
Klopp if it looks like he's going to be unhappy. He's not going to be unhappy to be in the Champions League.
I guess not. But do you think Liverpool bottled it this season?
You got a little mentality.
I'm just asking. I'm just asking the question.
They obviously bottled it. I remember when they was famously 8 points ahead, and I saw so many memes. Liverpool got this.
Do you want to have a look at the next meme? Let me read this. This one girl. So basically, yeah, this meme says there. This one girl asked me if Liverpool is a series. I asked her why. She replied, "Because their fans always waiting for next season." Oh, jeez.
Hey, listen.
They bought with it. They bought with it.
They did.
Come on, you're 7 points ahead at Christmas.
But I think that's a bit harsh.
Nah, they bottled it.
They bottled
I
it.
can.
But it's hard calling. I would say they bottled it, but it's hard saying they bottled it if they win a Champions League.
Okay, all right. Listen. I've got a stat here. Yeah. Let's look at the table. No. I do. But let's look at the graphic here about where they were. Yeah. December 29th.
That's poor.
Liverpool 20 games in, 54 points. Man City 20 games
Tottenham,
in.
they bottled it too.
Listen, we're not
We're
talking about Tottenham. We're talking about Liverpool and Man City right now. Yeah.
Cool.
Liverpool was 7 points ahead at Christmas, right? No team, apart from Liverpool, in the last 10 years, who have been top at Christmas, has not won the league. Now,
they took a big L.
Now, can you tell me whether Liverpool did or did not bottle that 7-point lead? Yes, they did.
No, they bottled it. But I'm saying they wouldn't care. They won't care if they bought. And let me not lie, it's a big L for them that they didn't win this Premier League. Because I remember famously in a group chat when you was like, make sure you win this league, because if you don't, I'll be at your neck. And he was confidently saying we'll win. But if they didn't get into that Champions League final, I think we could give them that stick. But if they win Champions League and they didn't win the Premier League, bruv, and I'm stuck in fifth. You know, stuck in. They're gonna just be looking at all the other teams. Even Man City will probably have a bit of envy in their heart if Liverpool win the Champions League. And I feel like that's the only reason. That's the only thing that's holding me back from saying they're bottle jobs.
And they may be suspended from the Champions League next season, man.
And I'm hearing that will be
UEFA investigating into
that will be
into finances, yeah, because apparently they weren't disclosing properly how they finance their club.
Not allowed to progress in the Champions League at all.
You think?
Yeah, ever since the Arabs took over.
But I mean, before that happens anyway, and that decision's made. Obviously, they've got the FA Cup this weekend against Watford, and they could be the first English team to win the domestic treble, which is a surprising feat. Because I'm surprised.
I'm actually I forgot they got a final on Saturday. Yeah, I'm actually surprised.
Domestic treble.
It'll never be as good as the Man United treble anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, imagine that's the be
Huh? Yeah, that's the BTEC treble.
What's the BTEC? Oh, yeah, it is. And we got the A level. Yeah,
I actually forgot about that, you know. But no one really cares.
Yeah, no one really cares. No one's really
it's true. It's true. Now, you see with Liverpool, I mean, do you feel like, you know, across the campaign they was fortunate in terms of some of the decisions that they got?
Yes.
Oh, most definitely. Look at
Salah was diving like a swimmer. No. Salah was doing swimming lessons, bro.
It's
Through the whole season. They got a couple offside goals as well. Let me not lie. I'm at Liverpool's neck still.
yeah,
Like,
because
actually, no, yeah.
nah,
I
they
do
got a
remember
couple.
that,
They got a couple. Like,
decisions, yeah, because
they probably had better luck than Man City.
I want to show you one offside decision, yeah, whereby they was
Oh, look at this.
they were so fortunate. How the hell is that not offside? You tell me. I can't not believe it.
Okay.
How is that not offside?
It's just,
There's two players offside. And they had multiple decisions like that go in their favour.
The linesman was drunk, you know.
VAR comes into play next season, and you know some of the decisions they got this season won't go in their favour. So I mean, you know.
I think that's
But I've seen them use VAR and get the decisions.
Obviously, I know people watching this are going to be saying I'm hating on Liverpool. You know,
Yeah, you are, man.
You are. Let's be
It's clear
real.
you are. It's clear you are.
I know I'm meant to be impartial on this show.
Nah, it's cool. Look, no
can't
one
help
wanted
it,
Liverpool to win this league. I'll be real.
The whole nation didn't. The whole nation didn't
no
want
one
Liverpool
wanted them to
win.
win.
And
But
to their Champions
the worst
League.
thing is, I actually kind of, they can have the Champions League. They've had it before, so
Have that, just Tottenham.
just Tottenham. Tottenham.
It's true. But I mean, next season, where do Liverpool go from here? Because you see, Klopp, he said, yeah, I've got a piece of information. He said that we'll win the league at least once. We'll win the one title in the next 4 years. When he started, they have won none. There's no silverware.
Wow.
So I mean, where do they go next season?
Right, he's won nothing in 4 years.
Yeah. Although they've got direction, I'll give it to Liverpool. They've got direction.
If they win the Champions League, which they have to, you can't get to 2 Champions League finals and not win.
Yeah, you have to win at least one.
If
of
they
the
don't
other.
win this Champions League, which I think they will, they have to go for the Premier League.
Come on, Tottenham.
Which means they have to kind of bolster their squad, because City squad, if they strengthen any more of that squad, I can't see anyone leaving.
But how do Liverpool improve their squad? Because
They're
They're-
midfield.
but they got 97 points.
But the midfield is not strong.
But look at Man City's team compared to Liverpool's team in terms of personnel.
I don't know, City should be winning everything.
Yeah.
City should be winning everything.
And Man
Yeah.
City and
Man for man, I'm pretty sure if you do man for man for each of the top
Yeah.
five teams,
Yeah.
City will trump everything.
Yeah.
Trump everybody. Definitely United, for sure.
okay, okay, cool.
But that's
Bruv, even if you look across Europe, fam, City's team.
for me, like I'm just more like obsessed with their sort of play. Their play reminds me of back in the day when
Invincibles.
exactly invincible times where
It does. It
sexy
it
football,
does.
and that's what Wenger was installing. It reminds me of that. And
You want to say something?
I'm listening to you guys speak. No, I'm
But
allowing you guys to speak.
it does remind me of like the fluidity, like
Yeah,
the way,
exactly. Yeah.
the way they command.
It's perfect football. Like
I remember when Bergkamp just used to touch it off Henry and just run. That's how I see them.
It's not like tiki-taka. Again, what you said, fluid.
I mean, you guys
not
alluded to that
tick-tock,
Invincible and who ended that run as well, So. But yeah.
Remember, United at the bottom of the bunch right now. Just that top 6, they're 6.
All right, well, I'm going to conclude, obviously, talking about Liverpool and Man City. What is the measurement of success for Liverpool? Because they have improved vastly, since 3 years ago, and they've gone close this season. They're in the Champions League final. It was in the Champions League final last season. What is the measurement for success? Because I asked Toby this like a couple of weeks ago, and he couldn't give me an answer because he's a bit unsure. They haven't won a trophy in 4 years since Klopp's been there. They could potentially lose the Champions League this season. I'm not trying to put pressure on Klopp, but I just want to know, like, what is the measurement of success?
Yeah, but it would be entirely, you know, due to his sort of agreement with the board directors on what they need to achieve every single year. Like what they might agree is that he just achieves top 4. That was Wenger's sort of goal. For
Liverpool need to win a treble,
15
and not that Mickey Mouse treble.
You think they need to win a treble? Do you know how difficult it is to win a treble?
No, if not a treble, they need to win a double. Bro, you have to remember,
It's always
Liverpool.
it's always going to be trophies. You can easily just say
It has to be
but
trophies.
like,
But people have to remember, Liverpool, as much as I hate saying things like this, but they are one of England's most successful teams. Probably,
They're the second behind Man United.
yes, I didn't even want to
Man
say
United.
that.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're one of them. And they have to do like something outlandish for them to be that top 2. Right now, it looks like Man City are more on a leap to that outlandish path. But if Liverpool bring it back to like they done a double, like if they won the Premier League and the Champions League, just believe United you guys would have been rolling in your womb, like rolling in the dirt.
Okay.
And that's what I'm saying. That's their measurement of success for me, because they've won Champions League. They're one of the only teams I ever saw when I was young, other than United, win the Champions League. But they done it in 2006 when, like,
were
AC
dead.
Milan was like,
Yeah.
do you know what I'm saying? So their measurement of success, it can't be something that they've done
Before,
which is the Champions League.
Has to be something new.
It has to be a double, or it has to be,
back-to-back Premier League titles.
they have to do something outlandish, like something,
Well, moving on from the Premier League title, sorry, congratulations to Manchester City, even though I don't like saying it, because they're our local rivals.
Hold on, City.
Liverpool, congratulations on your 97 points without winning the trophy. For me, that's laughable. But obviously, you guys are Arsenal fans. I want to talk to you guys about how you guys feel about Arsenal's campaign this Premier League season. Because for me, Arsenal fans really, some of you guys are really silly. are really silly. Are really silly because because I've seen on social media people talking about Emery this, Emery that, Emery this. I mean, he doesn't have a solid transfer budget. He doesn't have a top squad. He's doing what he can. He's in the Arsenal team are in transition. You're in the Europa League final,
which is good.
Yeah, you're playing Chelsea.
Cup, really.
You were competing you're competing in the Premier League for the top 4, but yet your fans have this. I don't know, this attitude about you're entitled to be above where you need to be. It doesn't make any sense to me. Explain. Explain.
Some of us, you got to think we've had 10 plus years of this.
But why are you entitled? You're not good. You're not that good anymore.
We're better than you.
I
know what you're saying. Like,
I'm just saying.
I got a bit personal.
Yeah, I know. But you guys are not that good anymore. You're not that, and I feel like you Arsenal fans feel like you're entitled.
Okay, so just going back to your first question, which is how did the sort of campaign go?
Okay, cool.
I think it's just the same normal usual season of underperforming.
Yeah.
Even more under now. We didn't even achieve our usual.
I don't understand that. I actually don't understand that. Me, from an outsider looking in, well, I don't understand it because I always said at the outset of your season, Holmes, I'll come to you, is that
for this season?
For this season, I don't understand because
we didn't have no investment.
That's what I'm saying.
None.
That's
no investment.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Somehow we're still in the final.
You guys went from Wenger. You got Emery. Not much investment. Still some of the same players, right? And you're competing against teams that have invested. Like Manchester United, we've invested £744 million since Fergie's gone. This season, obviously, we didn't really spend much, but you're competing against Chelsea.
You got Villa, Fred.
Tottenham, they have a settled team, right? They have a settled team, and let's not lie. I know you're Arsenal fans, but they're a very good team. Tottenham, and they spent no money on a shoestring budget. Right, so
they're all right.
Apart from Liverpool,
Not speak anything.
okay, so
They're not very good.
all right. So apart from Liverpool and Man City, you're in the mix for top 4. Why do you Arsenal fans think you're entitled to be above where you are now?
because we have guys like Mustafi in our team that when we're trying to do good in life, he just breaks down everything we've
But
ever
when you're in
done.
transition, that's going to take a period of time for you to
we've been in
get those guys out.
No, but and this is the thing. Like, don't take what I'm saying about Mustafi lightly. I feel like through the whole, like for the last 10 years, we've always had players like this. I remember
He's
one.
not the worst though. He's not the worst.
He's not.
No, he's not the worst.
But remember when it was Giroud? Like you have to.
No. I was actually a fan of Giroud. I was actually a fan of Giroud.
I get.
He's not your 30-goal sort of striker, but he scores them important goals.
He does.
He scores them
He
important
does.
goals.
He does. He does. I always said it. I always said it about
Giroud for
Giroud.
Chelsea now.
But my point is, yeah, I get that, and I like Giroud. I started to like Giroud towards the end.
But you guys live off
But
of
my
Henry.
thing is, for the players that we have, I feel like we're sometimes we do pretty well. Like I really do believe that. Sometimes I feel like, for even back in the day when some of the players that Wenger had, I used to think that, raw, like I'm surprised we even kind of made it to top four.
I think for me, it's the mentality, man.
And that's the thing with that type of system in your team. Like we've always, okay, we just got there. We just made it.
Just above average. Or
Like
just average.
we've never had a secure mentality going into a league. We've never thought. There was one year. I think it was when Leicester won the season when we thought, yo, we can win this. We've never had that feeling. So and I feel like every time we do scrape these 4 or whatever wins, us as Arsenal fans, we get a bit gassed and we think, right, like if we done it with all of these shitty guys in our team, like if we bring in a 2-3 man, we're better than this. And that's where that mentality comes from. It's like we're almost so close. I know, like if we just got in a 2-3 more personnel or whatever.
That's going to take time, though. Look at his.
No, it takes money. You guys got LVG spent.
Yeah, we've got more money than sense at Man United. So.
No, for me, I think the players that we got. If Emre is able to change their mentality, like how the way Guardiola's changed the sort of.
I want to hold your foot there, Clem. I need to pause there because I need to go use the loo. Yeah, I need to pause. Welcome back. Sorry, guys. I needed a toilet break. I hold my hands up. You know what I mean? I've drank too much water, but it's okay. Well, back to the Arsenal now. The guys that feel like they're entitled to be.
We are entitled because we're still one of the biggest clubs in the world.
You are,
Exactly, yeah.
but you're in transition, and you guys need to.
And we're in the final.
Are you in transition? Are you guys not in transition? Or is Ollie's will stable now?
We are in no. We are in transition, but it's pathetic that we're in transition. We are in transition, but it's pathetic because we shouldn't be. Because, like I said, we spent £744 million. £744 million in 6 years.
That's crazy.
More than Fergie's.
In 6 years.
Every spend, isn't it? Really?
Sanchez, he's on £500,000 a week. But listen,
Dog Walker.
no, it's fine. I don't want to talk because the inquest is going to come next week anyway. But yeah,
I forget Sanchez plays for your club, you know.
I know. We're talking about Arsenal now. Obviously, we took Sanchez from you guys, and took the star player. But anyway, what reinforcements do you feel you guys need going into next season? Defense.
Mustafi needs to leave.
Aubameyang got golden boot, so it shows us like we can score.
Yeah. Like I said, second goal scorer. He scored 13 this season.
So
13.
13.
Defense is where you feel you need to.
Oh yeah, defense. Mustafi needs to go. Even Socrates is actually suspect. Even though he's had he's suspect, you know. So
He
he's
is.
a couple games. Like
He can stay, but we need someone.
Yeah.
To be fair, he's gonna be there next season.
So who's going to
Koscielny,
replace?
he's withering away though, man. He's a quality defender.
I think ever since his injury before the World Cup, he hasn't been able to.
I feel like every single game he needs like
Certainly
WD-40 on his joints and everything, just to get him moving and like he's putting his life on the line and he's trying, but
Maverick Papanos.
I know you do.
He's good.
Young guy,
the young
Oh, the kid, the Greek guy. The
Greek,
guy.
yeah.
Okay.
He's good.
Royale, he's
On his way out.
Yeah, he's.
We need
he's
like
coming of
3
age as
defenders.
well, and-
We need like a very versatile defender. We need like a solid centre back. Oh, if we could ever get someone like Delict. Obviously, that's out
It's
of our
range.
pay
It's
grade.
out of your range, yeah. It's out of your range.
But yeah, something like Koulibaly. Ooh, someone like Koulibaly.
Out of your range. You ain't got the piece for that. Well, you do have the piece for that, but your board don't want to spend.
He's like 70 mil. He's like Van Dijk.
And that's
man.
one player. I mean, I'm sure your board would like you to spend like what 100 million on about
Just
3 or
need
4
that
players.
One solid
We need Koulibaly.
wardrobe at the back that would just take in anybody and just disperse them.
Now, speaking of transfers, the other day, Barcelona's website, apparently they posted up something whereby it was rumoured that Lacazette was going to Arsenal.
No, apparently they said Gillian Balik. He said that it's a rumor.
It's a rumour. Are you guys
False.
worried that he's being linked to a club like Barcelona?
I was worried.
Because obviously it's a no-brainer, you know, if Barcelona come in for.
Me, I don't think that rumour holds any weight, to be honest with you.
It doesn't.
I think he's very, very happy at Arsenal.
You think he's very happy at Arsenal?
Who's that? Lacazette.
Lacazette.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I think he's very
I think they love the fans and the fans love them as well.
And I think with this Arsenal squad now that we've got, like you can feel the team cohesion is a lot better. Barring obviously Ozil, the usual suspects.
You know,
I don't wanna
I
get
still got
started,
I got a soft spot
honestly.
for I got a soft spot for Ozil because he's my favorite. He's been my favorite player for a long time. Before the dip in form.
I have a soft spot for Madrid Ozil.
Do you know why I have a soft spot for Ozil? Did you see what he said about Ronaldo when he's like he gave him 2 passes and he'll get 2 goals? I feel like for
I feel sorry
Ozil,
for then, not the Ozil now.
no, but
Ozil now
and this is
needs
the
to get
thing.
out. He needs to leave.
No,
He
and
actually
this
needs to leave.
and this is the thing. I feel like
Nothing
Ozil is the
good
victim.
comes from him.
I feel like he's a victim of a poor selected team. And the reason why I say that, I feel like Wenger didn't do his right job to build a better team around Ozil.
I think it's
Sanchez was a good buy. Sanchez was working with Ozil. He needed someone like Khedira when we should have got Khedira. He needed someone like Khedira to also. You need someone for Ozil to do the dirty work. He's never gonna do the dirty work. We've seen many players like Ozil as well. Like people always say Ozil's lazy for. There was the Gutis. Guti wasn't the most. He didn't-
Flamboyant player, but
Yeah.
If we had any player like Ozil, not just sort of passing capability, but in terms of just overall temperament, like him, that just goes about, that has no real care, really.
It's not like he has a nonchalant playing style.
And Anelka did. Anelka had that nonchalant kind of that vibe.
Yeah.
Anelka, I don't even think he really liked us.
So you-
2 seasons though, to be
So,
fair.
Yeah, like
well, just to conclude,
Alright,
anyway,
yeah, I
just
guess.
to conclude, so you'd get rid of Ozil,
Oh, Ozil in a heartbeat.
and
I would try and figure it out.
you try to figure it out.
His time is done. You need to build another person,
Please don't.
Alright,
and now build around that guy. Man.
It-
Well, the season's done. Can I get your ratings out of 10 for Arsenal season?
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I'll start with you, Eric.
Oh.
Out of 10.
4 out of 10.
4 out of 10.
Yeah, 4 out of 10, man.
And you?
4 out of 10.
Oh,
Around the same, 3 4s.
That's
pathetic.
Mine.
That's
be the same score. I've,
okay. Well,
And you know what's poor as well?
give it
Wait,
like
let me just say
10
one
years.
thing. I'll give a 2, in fact a 1 to the board.
wait, no.
Because I feel like they don't even care.
Okay,
I know.
that's
I
fine.
feel like
No,
they
no, that's fine,
Stan
that's fine.
Kroenke and them man.
That's fine because
The owners.
I'm conscious of time. Obviously, I just want to ask why a 4 out of 10?
Because if you're talking about Arsenal as a whole, the club can do a lot more. The club is in tatters. We don't know whether we're getting investment or not.
Let's not talk about the investment. I'm talking
Our mentality?
Let's talk about
Okay.
let's talk about what Emery has right now.
Okay, what Emery has,
how are you giving a 4 out of 10?
we've just lost Petr Cech, Ramsey. We've lost players. We haven't. The only thing we've got to show is a Europa League final that is still in the balance whether we'll win. So I'm gonna give it a 4. because we should have got top 4. Should have been ahead of. In fact, we should have been top 3.
You shouldn't have got top 4.
What with the run we had when Tottenham
Your away
was
form was bad.
our away form was bad, but we shouldn't. I don't think we should have lost to Palace, and we shouldn't have lost to Everton. But I can name.
Yeah. Palace one was
Palace at home. Palace at home.
That was
Palace
the
at
most
home. I
That
can
was
understand.
stupid.
Wolves have always
You're saying that because they done a back-to-back with
No,
you
no,
lot.
no, no, it's because against the top 6, their record has been fantastic.
Yeah, alright,
It's
cool.
been fantastic.
But it doesn't mean that we should lose.
Yeah, but no, what do you mean?
It doesn't mean just because Wolves is fantastic. It doesn't mean we should
Okay,
lose.
so you think you should have gone to Wolves and won that game?
Of course.
we-
Wolverhampton. What do you mean?
We
But
should have won.
they've caused every top
They
6
banked you
team
3
a problem.
times this season.
Twice.
Alright, we should have at least drew.
Okay, at least get a point there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Everton away. What was you gonna do there
Bruv, Everton.
with your away form?
Everton were poor at this. Come on, are we acting like Everton have had the merriest of
But this
seasons?
is it draws me back to the
Everton's one of those
it
bogey
draws me
teams,
back to the
man.
point where
It is,
Yeah,
but
they are one of those bogey teams.
they're one of those bogey teams.
That was
Come
them days
on,
when they
man.
had
What,
Lukaku, fam.
so do you think our rating should have, for the season, should be higher? I think 4
I-
out of 10
I'll
is
give-
even me
I'll
being
give-
generous.
no,
I should say
no,
zero.
no,
I
if
said
you-
zero,
Zero,
yeah,
it's the
like-
same thing.
No,
It's the
no,
same
no, no.
thing.
If you win the
no
Europa, if you
difference.
win the Europa League, I'd say I'll give it a 6.
If we
I'm
win
not even
Europa
rating
League,
that. I'm not even rating that cup too much because it's
no. If we win Europa League, I'll go to a 5,
I feel
and we've
like
got
you guys
half.
are- no,
It'll go to a 5. I swear.
I
It'll go
I feel like you guys are still living back in the early noughties, in the early 2000s.
No.
That's how I feel you guys have.
Alright.
You need to take things
only hope and
into
pray that
perspective.
we can bring those.
Alright, let's take things into perspective.
Those years back.
We're still one of the highest grossing teams, which means we're still
don't spend
making money. Alright, well we need to, and that's why that's why we've had a poor season, because we're not willing to spend money.
Fair
Like that's not just on Emery. That's on the whole club. Everyone.
I don't see it changing.
I don't see it changing at all. That's
anytime
why
soon.
if we start saying this is a 5 and this is a 7 this season, what we're gonna do next season when we have like 30 or 20 mil to spend?
Fair enough. Okay, well, because as I said, I'm conscious of time. I'm conscious of time. Europa League in a couple of weeks, Baku. How confident are you, Eric, going into that game?
You know what? Actually, no, I am confident. I'm confident this season. I think we've taken it to Chelsea. We've beaten them. We've got a good record again. You know, in the final, we've beaten them last 2 years,
Yeah.
2 seasons ago. FA Cup, banged them convincingly. Beat them once this season as well. So I'm going there with
High hopes.
high hopes. Definitely with high hopes. I think we do well in the cup final. So I reckon we'll beat them anyway. But irrespective if we win or not, I think it's still a piss poor season. Still.
Cool. And
Yeah,
and you Ohms?
I think we'll beat them. I feel like I'm not even worried about Chelsea. I'm worried about Hazard.
Yeah.
I don't look at any of like everyone else like as a unit. I'm not really worried. I feel we'll beat them, but if there is one thing that will decide the game, it could be Hazard. But other than
But
that,
you're confident.
I'm confident we'll beat them. Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm going to propose. Obviously, I've proposed this question to you before shooting, but I just want to ask: if you guys were to win the Euro, what is the option that you would take for you guys to win the Europa League and for Spurs to win the Champions League, or for you guys to lose the Champions League and for Liverpool to win the Champions League?
Oh, I'll use the Europa League all day.
All day.
I'll give it to Chelsea now.
All day.
Really?
I'm willing to sacrifice.
So you're willing to sacrifice your own Champions League campaign next season?
What's the point? We're gonna get drawn up against Bayern Munich or Barca and
Yeah.
get banged again.
Yeah.
10-2
Be
from
on
that.
butter and be bantered.
What will you guys do if Spurs actually win the Champions League?
Fam, man will start watching basketball or something.
I watch rugby.
I'll start, I see Damian Lillard do some niceness.
Because they're going to win it.
No, they're not.
They're going to win it.
Why do you think that? Because they got
You've
Kane and
heard it
Son, and because they got Sonny and them.
No, I'm just trying to.
Pray, you actually pray, you actually pray.
You're praying. Because he don't want Liverpool to win it.
Yeah, no, I
You know what
don't.
Liverpool-
I don't.
Nah,
I don't.
they can't. And Liverpool can't afford.
No, it
for them
just,
to
it
win
just
it.
wanna, it just can't happen. It
Yeah.
cannot. It cannot happen.
I mean, imagine that. I mean,
Yeah.
your North London rivals, your next door neighbours, they've won the Champions League.
I'm actually willing to even visit my local witch doctor to even.
No, what?
Like, this never happens.
Look at this guy.
I'll bring the Eye of Newt.
Yeah, the eye of- Look at this Nigerian man.
Legs.
Oh
Let me not
god.
lie.
Nah, it just can't happen. It just can't happen.
Yeah, nah, that will be. I'll cry if Tottenham won. I'll cry.
Yeah.
No, that should be.
I'm gonna be watching that match with my Liverpool top.
Really? Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, I mean, moving on, I have to move on, and I just want to round up the show shortly because, like I said, I am conscious of time.
You know the score.
Yeah, if you know the score, we're here. In recent weeks, a lot of pundits have been talking about who the greatest Premier League team is ever since the Premier League started. Now, we've
tell me
had
what
the
they're
Manchester United treble-winning team, yeah, with Beckham, Giggs, Scholes, you know, and all that jazz. Yeah. We've had the Invincibles, Patrick Vieira, Henry, Perez, Ljungberg, Sol Campbell. We've had Mourinho's team, Ballack, Lampard, Terry, Drogba, and we've had this Man City team. Now, a lot of pundits are starting to say that this Manchester City team, who have attained 198 points in 2 seasons, are the greatest Premier League team of all time.
No.
Of course not. I think.
What do you think, Eric?
Well, I wasn't biased anyway, but I think to go a whole season unbeaten, you can't. Just to put in perspective, you can't even do that in Football Manager. I bet you've tried. You must have tried.
Tried it on a couple of occasions.
Yeah, a couple of occasions failed, didn't it?
Have you tried to win the treble in Football Manager?
Oh.
Have you tried to win the treble in Football
Yeah, I've
Manager?
tried that as well.
And it's failed, isn't it? It's failed, isn't it? Yeah, you failed, isn't it?
Yeah. But I think for me, just going for a whole season unbeaten, for me, I think that team is the best. Was the best.
That was the best for you?
Yeah, ever.
Ever in the Premier League?
Well, in my lifetime, anyway.
In your lifetime?
Yeah.
Better than the treble-winning side of Man United
I'm not
99.
biased. I'm not biased.
Yeah, of course you are. Overseas.
I'm not biased either, but I'll probably have to go with that Untouchables team. Look, let me say why. And it's
You can't justify it.
No, and it's between.
There's no justification for it.
You know the worst thing is, I don't even think that Man City team is in my top 3. Is it in my top 3? Because we're forgetting Chelsea had a sick team, you know.
In between 04 and 06,
04,
yeah, they did. Solid back 4.
I feel like the Man United team when they had Ronaldo, Berbatov, Tevez,
Rooney, Scholes, Carrick, Giggs.
They're counter.
I'll give that
Rio,
team.
Vidic.
I'll give that team. I'll even give that team a nod over your treble-winning team, only because they had Ronaldo. And the reason why I'll give the untouchable team the nod at the top is because, like, I've never seen the ball been moved on a pitch so gracefully, so fast, and so intense at this. It's something to my eyes that, you know, it's like, it was a blessing to my eyes. And the thing with the Man City team is that I can only name probably 2 or 3 players that could get into that team.
Fair enough. That's interesting.
Because I wouldn't put Sterling, like, as much as I love Sterling, I wouldn't put him ahead of Perez. Like, they're different players, but the role that Perez
Because
played,
I wouldn't put Sterling ahead of Giggs
neither
in his
would.
prime.
And I wouldn't put.
But I guess obviously we just have to show the Man City appreciation at this moment in time.
Definitely.
Well, you guys can, because I don't want to show them appreciation.
They're definitely one of the best teams we've seen in a long time.
Oh, of
Especially like the Brian and Silva. I feel like we haven't seen 2 midfielders in the Prem like on that caliber for a long time.
Season, De Bruyne didn't even really.
He's been injured. It's been Bernardo Silva for me. I mean, he's been that guy.
But Kevin De Bruyne last season.
Yeah, no, he was sensational.
Like,
He was.
Yeah, he was
But yeah,
unplayable.
guys,
Both-footed, everything.
as I said, I'm conscious of time. I'm gonna have to draw close to the score. Yeah, you know, I'm getting it in the earpiece about time, so I'm gonna have to draw it to a close. But thank you ever so much for joining me,
No problem, man.
Eric.
I'm I'm looking forward to the inquest next week.
Yeah, thanks for joining me, Oms, as always.
My dog.
Do you know what I mean? And don't do a Toby this week, but where can these guys, where can people find you? Where can they find you?
You can find me on Planet Earth.
Planet Earth. Alright, well, you've got nothing to go
No. One on Insta, yeah. You can find me on Instagram at supernova_Eric. Don't think I need to sort of spell that, but it's SUPER_NOVA_ERIC.
Oms, over to you.
Ore Khalil. You can find me on IG, Twitter, ORAE_KHALIL. Follow me, man. I got some fire dropping.
Brilliant. And you can find me, yeah, on my new Twitter, yeah, Shingy_LDN. So it's SHINGY_LDN. And on Instagram is Shingy_Rose. But make sure you like, share, subscribe to You Know The Score. Yeah, the Instagram handle is YKTS_football. On Twitter, it's the same, YKTS_football. And like I said, if you want to get on the show, get in contact with me. Do you know what I mean? I'll get you on the sofa. I know the Premier League is over, but throughout the summer, we're going to be talking about a lot of things, man. You know, we've got the transfer window coming up, we've got the AFCON coming up, we've got the Nations League. So there's a lot to talk about. So listen, if you want to get on the sofa, just get in contact with me, and you can have your say. You can have your say. But like I said, it's You Know The Score. It's been your boy Shingy Rose. It's been Eric. It's been Ore Khalil. We live, baby. It's hustle time.